Just check the stream. All good, all good. Let's go. Single player, Citycraft, Sunset City. And we'll jump in. Now we have proper work to do here today, man. We've got another build to build, as it were. Hello, Horsey. I'm really sorry, Horsey, but this will no longer be grazable by the end of this stream today. I don't know what you're going to do. I guess he'll just hang about on the concrete floor, will he? But he's free, man. We won't put the doors on straight away. I guess we'll kind of do that last. There'll be a little foyer out here, a little kind of glass one, I'm thinking. This red is just marking out the boundary. It's not going to stay. But yeah, we'll put a little glass door. We'll do that last. Give that horse plenty of chance during the building proceedings to disappear from this place. And you, little chicken, I haven't forgotten about you. There's also a moo bloom cow over there as well. Like I say, we'll kind of keep them all here, and a sheep. God, it's busy in here, yeah. We'll keep them all in here. Really don't need an egg. I don't know why I feel compelled to pick it up, but we'll pick up. Yeah, so we got our work out here today, right? We're going to let's have a think about this. I think we'll clearly start with the outside walls, the external walls. Again, this blue was just to mark it out, and there used to be a hill there. That's why it goes up and over like that. But it'll just be flat. We'll just have a flat wall, and it will be the same design as this. I mean, I was humming and hawing. Let's have a look from the outside, right? So this is like a little mini car park here, and it's clearly not enough spaces, is it, for a DIY superstore, which was the reason we built this underground car park here, which services the city in general, but specifically services this superstore and the haberdashery there, yeah? I say we're not going to build 100 car parks in this place, but you know, it's nice to have them floating about, isn't it? You kind of need them in the city. And yeah, we're done with the car park. Let's not even mention the car park anymore, because we're kind of done with that. I was considering changing up this design here somewhat, but I don't think we will, man. It works. Like, this is a big city, and we're going to have plenty of like warehouse retailers to build and stuff like that. I mean, even over the road here, we're going to have like a furniture superstore. So we could play with designs then and have a slightly different one. For this one, it's sat here for so long like this. I think it would be rude to take it away now. I think we'll leave it. This will be the design for the exterior. And we've got these brick walls here just to tie it into this haberdashery somewhat. I figured, you know, it's kind of nice just to have that at the base of it. And then the kind of metal bit on top. This is like, you know, metal in theory, right? So yeah, I don't know. Let's just have a wander around quickly. Just take it all in. Hello, chicken. Yeah, and these glass bits kind of designate it like internal kind of areas. I definitely think this one will stay. This will be like the internal customer's loo, I guess, right? Little bathroom, as it were. And this one's going to be like the kind of ready room, the chill out room, if you like, the break room for the staff. And inside here, just this little side bit which is attached to the haberdashery there, this will be the offices. We'll build some more offices. I quite like building offices. And this will be where, you know, the kind of managers and the boss and all that kind of stuff. That's where they would go and work and do whatever it is that they do. But yeah, the ground floor workers will chill out in there. A little loo there. This is going to be kind of like a warehouse area. You know, sort of intake, as it were. We've already got a truck making delivery. There's so many animals on this field. I'm sorry, guys, but I am going to destroy this field. It's gonna go. Hello, Moo Bloom. You're very pretty. Yeah, you. I'm talking about you. You're very pretty. You're very welcome as well, but there's going to be no grass, I'm afraid, so you might want to mosey on out of here soon. But they can get out of here, yeah. So yeah, this is more like a little intake road for smaller vehicles, right? For vans and stuff like that. And this is the truck that we've built. Currently dropping some bits off, it seems, for the builder's yard. Should have a little look in the front there. I haven't been in the front of this truck for a while. Oh, there's a little bed there. Should we set our spawn? We don't need to. We're in creative, yeah. There we go. Look, yeah, you feel all on top of the world here, don't you, driving a truck? Yeah. There we go. Look, that's worked for a steering wheel, I reckon, yeah. And then you can go through the back. It's all automatic. We like that. We don't have to open the doors ourselves. Some random chains hanging, some boxes, some pallets. Long stacks of wood there. Yeah, this is what we need. This is what the builder's yard needs. Go, we've got so many eggs. Let's go. Yeah, and this will be the kind of warehouse area. So we'll have loads of shelves coming out here and stuff like that. And so we be where we store the bulk of the stuff. And then kind of like in theory through here, although we may well put this is like a sort of transitional area. There's going to be usually open, I guess, but doors there, just to separate the shop floor from the warehouse area. But I'm thinking we'll probably push that back, and this will probably be more like here, so that we've got a bit more space inside the shop itself. But yeah, we'll work with what we've got. This is the space we've got. We're kind of surrounded on all sides, right? We've got the highway here. So that clearly stays where it is. And we've got the side road coming up here, which will stay where it is. We'll have a bit of grass out here, just so we kind of have a little bit of grazing for these guys. So probably stick some flowers, you know, make it look a little bit pretty and all this stuff. A little bit Minecrafty. And we'll start the wall right here. I say we jump in. I'm not sure what this was. I guess it was the lift shaft. Yeah, because we'll have a mezzanine floor as well, right? So we'll have like the main shop floor here. We'll have to get rid of all this dirt. We'll do that shortly. We'll do the mezzanine obviously once the walls and all this are in and we put a roof on, and then we'll know where we are. Stick a mezzanine in, stick another little lift in there. That's kind of perfect. And we might have a lift on the warehouse side as well. We'll see, we'll see. Like, I kind of want it to have high ceilings, you know. These places always feel huge, don't they, when you go in? And that's definitely the vibe we're going to go for. So we're not going to have like a low ceiling across the whole thing. Just a little one on the side. But most of it will just be kind of huge almost. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So let's do it. I think what we need to do is have a look at our inventory. Let's stand on the wall here. And open her up. And the one thing I do know that we need is bricks. So let's get some bricks. Excuse me. And if the eagle-eyed among you will notice, they're not normal Minecraft bricks, although they are the normal Minecraft brick blocks. I think it was like a pack, not a mod, that we've put on. Is it a data pack or something like that that's changed the bricks to be slightly bigger? I just thought it was suited to scale a bit more of the city. But we do also have the little kind of Minecrafty bricks as well, which were put in on a separate mod. So we've kind of got it all. We've got options. Should we do this? Should we get started? We ended up with a torch in our inventory. That's cool. We'll take this soil away as well. Now, let's have a look here quickly. Okay, so this is ground level. Yeah, I don't want it to be raised or drop. I want it to just come in flat. So yeah, we'll delete all this grass, replace it with like cement or something like that on the floor, whatever looks cool. I guess we'll leave the lift shaft like that for now, that's alright. Let's do this, man. Let's go across and let's delete this stuff and let's build a wall. Let's start with the things that we know have to happen. We know this is definitely going to be the wall, so I am almost tempted to give it a bit more of a foundation. Because I don't think we'll be going underground at all with this. We've got like a cellar and stuff like that in the haberdashery. But I don't think we'll go underground with this build, but just in case, we'll be able to see where the wall is from under there as well. Yeah, just like that. We're just going to take our time out. This is a total chill stream. It's always kind of chill in this city. You know, we're not going to be speed building as such. Okay, I think what we need in our inventory here quickly is our little potion of reaching. Just makes this whole process a little bit easier. There we go. Yeah, there's going to be no doors, no windows on this section. I was considering having windows across the front here where it meets the highway, but I don't think so. You don't tend to have windows on these places, do you? They're just kind of solid boxes, aren't they? And that's what we're going to have, like a solid box. Let's just take it back out again. Relatively simple, this bit. It's a nice way to start the stream, start the build. Just warming up our fingers here a touch. Yeah, this is kind of a bonus stream. I normally stream like around midnight, something like that. but I did miss a stream out the other day, so I figured we had one to catch up. So we'll start it right now. And to be honest with you, I just want to get this going. Just really excited to do this. I've spent so long on the car park here that to actually build a structure is quite exciting for us now. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, let's get on top of it, huh? Okay, I think we've got one more layer. One more layer? Oh no, that's it. That's it. Alright, so should we get some other stuff in our inventory? We will continue the wall across there, but I just think for now, quickly, we'll just figure out what it was we've used here. Can't quite remember. I do know what that blue one is. Yeah, let's just search blue, man, and hopefully it'll come up. It's not blue concrete, you see. It's actually a different one. Yeah, it's blue asphalt. Okay. And I think we'll delete that and just have a look in the cement, because there's two different types of cement here. That light grey, isn't it? And is it the cyan always looks grey, isn't it? I'm not sure which ones they are. Let's have a quick ganders. Yeah, see, it's just not that, no. Yes, okay, so it's the cyan and the light grey. There we go. And we've also got the cement in there, so I do know what that other one's called, because we modded that one in, so we can get rid of the dark. Okay, that's our basic kind of structure there. Let's get going with this. This is going to be going right across the bottom like this. Yeah. We'll have a look at the corner in a second, the one that we've done there. We'll just basically emulate it right here and go right across. Yeah, and we'll have to do a little bit of head scratching over there, see how it's going to come across. I think it's going to come in, you know, like in an L shape and kind of surround that thing. But we'll basically try and make it as uniform as we can. Yeah, should we do this this trim on the outside as well? Whoops, a bit too far. Alright, I'm pretty sure it's like that. Let's just have a look. Yeah, there we go. There it goes up. Should we have a little count actually? I think we'll just want to. In fact, we probably don't need to count, right? If we do this. With this. Come on. There you go. And actually, I don't know what we've got on the inside in the corner here. Oh, we've left it empty there. What's this? Yeah, I'm not sure why I've done that. I suppose what I might have been thinking was that we could have a secret drop or something inside of it, right? But I'm not really convinced by that. Really, to be honest, I probably would have preferred it solid, but since it's like that over there, we'll do it like that here as well. I quite like having secret areas, so you never know, we might actually just stick a long ladder in there, and if you know, if the lift's broken, you know, you can traverse the entire building another way. All right. Okay. Off we go, man. The build is underway. Yeah, so that would be it, wouldn't it? Like, just like that. And then... Okay, so I'm not sure. I think we've done that as well. Yeah, there we go. I think that's it. It's nice to be building, man. I've been looking forward to getting another build. At the moment, we've only got this one build. You know, two if you include the car park. Yeah, it's like, you know, it's a big flat area. We've got 2 floors of the car park underground, and also on the corner of this thing, there is a little hairdressers on the other side, and a little kind of diner kind of built into it. I guess they rent the space out, yeah, increase the income, you know, since the internet came around, footfalls dropped, so they need to diversify it somewhat. So they hire the little office out there to the builder's yard, and they got a little couple of businesses on the other side which also rent. Just a bit of guaranteed income for the old haberdashery there. Quite expensive, the upkeep on those old buildings, isn't it? Let's have it up. Alright, yeah, cool. I think we'll fill out the walls themselves later on. Let's get back to doing some brick. Let's get down here and stick a bit more of this brick in. And again, it's a question mark. Should we have a separate entrance on the highway? But I don't think so. I just think we have it all solid wall. There's just one way in, one way out of this place. There is no garden centre. It would have been nice if we had a bit more space, right? We could have probably introduced a little garden centre or something. I mean, we might, but it depends on what we do, right? On how it feels when we're kitting out the inside. Whether or not a little doorway on this side might also be useful. But I don't think so, because it's like you can't really park, and who wants to go out of the building right onto a kind of motorway? Kind of nobody really, do they? You know, if there's a village over there and there's going to be houses, that's going to be the residential district there. So many houses and blocks of flats and stuff. They come across here, they go around the side, and they come in that way over there. At least for now, we can change that. And like I say, once this is up, we'll probably have to make these no longer be gaps, right? Just put a few more of these fences in here, just to kind of, just to finish that off as well. Yeah, let's get rid of all this. Okay, so let's actually start building a little bit of wall here. It's kind of unnecessary, right, to put a foundation in, but I don't know, I feel somewhat compelled to, as opposed to it just floating on the grass. Okay, so we actually didn't put the foundation in there. So picky. Let's do this. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, feeling better already, man. Alright. Yeah, we'll wheel it up from the other side. I'm not sure exactly how high the wall is supposed to be. Beautiful. But we certainly know it's at least one. What are we stuck on? Alright. Yeah, I got a bit of a dry throat today. Not sure what's going on. Did we miss a block there? Yeah. Yeah, definitely feeling we're going to have to fill these in, aren't we? For sure. I think we might do that now, because otherwise we're probably just going to forget. I mean, we will be working on the outside later. Yeah, we'll do it later, yeah. Alright. Yeah. Is that correct? Do we need two? Yeah, we do. There's a lot of animals here in this field, yeah? Let's hope they can find their way off this thing before we turn it all to concrete. Yeah, you see what I mean about warming my fingers up? Hello, Lily Robinson. Nice to see you. Yeah, we're just in the middle of building a DIY superstore here. Oh, go look at this. You know, a like a builder's merchant, I suppose you could call it as well. So it's a big old kind of industrial type building here. But yeah, we're getting there. I think we're going to just do the brick first, right? Because we're going to connect it up to that other wall over there, and then we'll get working on the roof. And we're going to kit it out basically. It's going to be functional for us, this, because we've got like loads of mods on this mod pack, including like various materials and stuff like that. And as opposed to just constantly looking through the inventory, I think it might be quite nice to have them all on display. You know, like in a kind of shop where you can see what blocks you've got. You can see how they look next to each other and stuff like this. Yeah, I'll just put one in there as well. Alright, should we fill this in? I think we've got dirt on us there. Cool. I mean, in theory, right, we could look. Let's have a look up there. Yeah, we could potentially have a little door there and maybe make a kind of little secret room there. I don't know if it'd be a secret so much, but a little extra room there, yeah? I'm very new to the Twitch community, absolutely. I've not been streaming long, and like I say, it's just been a couple of hours a night, and I'm getting in the swing of it now, of fitting it in around life and, you know, real life and stuff like that. But yeah, I've been enjoying it. I mean, I really wanted to get this city going. We built these roads like months and months back, to be honest, and they stretch all the way out west. I've got kind of like a big cable stay bridge there, and like an old-fashioned Roman sort of archway bridge right over the west as well. But we haven't actually done that many builds. We built that haberdashery, and that's pretty cool. Quite happy with that. But this is like a more modern building for sure, right? So I kind of wanted the city to feel somewhat realistic. So we're going to have this kind of big modern kind of warehouse building crammed onto the side of this really old one as well. So it's quite exciting, man. I've been working. Let's just give you a little show over there. Let's have a little zoom. We've been working on a car park there. We've got a big, huge car park over there. So yeah, it's nice to actually get building again for sure. My plans for streaming. I mean, what to say to that really? I've just to continue streaming and kind of see what happens, because whether I'm streaming or not, I'll be building this city, and I also upload the videos to YouTube. But again, I had a lot going on in real life. I had to move house and all this kind of stuff, so I haven't even put any videos up on YouTube for a long time. So I figured we might as well just stream and show the build live as it's happening, and then probably upload the streams maybe to YouTube. It'd be quicker that way. I don't do face cam. I'm not against it per se, but it's not something that I've really thought about, to be honest. I mean, do you think it would be better? Is it more enjoyable for you if there's a face cam going, right? I mean, it's something that's not out of the question for the future. It's not like I'm shy or anything like that. Another option, what's that? It's a face cam. I mean, you can face cam your hands, can't you? You can face cam your hands, showing what you're doing on the keyboard and the mouse and stuff like that. That's, oh, we've gone way too far there, right? That's an option. A VTuber. No, do you know, I haven't heard. Is that a typo, or is that actually what it is? VTube. No, I haven't heard of that. But you can stream to YouTube also, right? And like I say, almost like I should do in theory, because that's where I've been uploading the videos. But I hear so many people talking about Twitch and stuff like that. And like I say, I haven't really even up until this point. Okay, so it's not as big as I'm thinking. Imagining that this place is like bigger than it actually is, right? Let's take the wall up, I guess, to there. This is where we've got to do a bit of head scratching really, to kind of figure out where this is sort of going to end, as it were. Now there's a blue bit that comes out here. I think we do it here. because this has got like a little trim on the outside of it, like a little blue trim, and I think we'll bring that across now before we take it any further, just to make sure that we've kind of got that right. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's something. I'll have a quick look at your stuff, really, for sure, man. I think your name will stay on the chat afterwards, whether you follow or not. So I can check it out and have a little look. So, oh wow, awesome. Yeah, thanks for following. I'll return a favour. I'll have a little look at your channel there for sure, yeah, and see if they can help me, because I kind of need help. I don't need help with Minecraft, you know, we know what we're doing here, mostly. But yeah, with the streaming and stuff, yeah, definitely ideas, you know, knowing what's possible, what's available, I guess what's popular to a certain degree. It's going to be handy, mate. Yeah, thanks for that. But now you follow it, definitely I can find you, yeah. So I'll have a little look after this stream is up and have a little look. I see. So what kind of stuff you talk about there? Is that like kind of marketing stuff and stuff like that? Yeah, I mean, stuff like that is kind of important, isn't it? I've just made my own banners on this, right? And yeah, I'm no expert with that kind of stuff. So yeah, I will take a little look. I'd like to say I had to kind of jerry-rig the banner because it had to be a certain file size. And like where it puts it on the screen, right, you couldn't kind of see it properly. So I've had to kind of jerry-rig it in. And it's not ideal, my kind of marketing right now. I won't lie. It's not something I'm massively concerned about now. But it is something that's definitely on my radar. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, I am on Discord, Chuck. Yeah. Yeah, I will definitely check it out. And yeah, stick your Discord details on there and I'll add you on Discord, mate, for sure. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they come out here, right? And the reason we left that block empty was because this will be here like this. And then we do that. Yeah, okay, so this is the head scratcher bit. Right at the outset I said we're going to have to do some head scratching here, because how this building is going to actually link in to this building, I'm not too sure, but we'll figure it out as we go. Okay, so maybe if we just lose that. Oh, there we go, perfect. Lily Robinson 10, yeah, absolutely, mate, absolutely. I do some discording, not very often, to be honest with you. I don't really get time, man. It's just time to even get this streaming going is one thing, but yeah, I do have it and I will add you for sure. Okay, so we made a kind of boo-boo here. Let's do this just this one. Oh, I tell you what, I know what we've done here. This also needs to be filled out. There we go. Yeah, just like that, innit? Yeah, I'm not going to do it right now, right? I'll do all this after the stream's up. And I tend to only stream for a few hours at a time, to be truthful. Like you say, it's, I'm not sure how long we'll be streaming for today, like right this second. But yeah, as soon as it's up, mate, I'll have a little look on there. And thank you, by the way. I think once we connect that up there, we might as well connect this one up here as well, yeah. This is well underway now, man. This is kind of working. And I suppose... So you may well have to delete some of this roof or something like this. But we'll leave it all in place as long as we can. Okay, so here we've built these out in doubles. Let's just do this like this. And this can come right out to there like that and connect right up to the building. That's perfect. That's just kind of what we needed. And then, so what have we done here? We've actually bought it out by one also. Okay, I see what we've done. Like I say, we built this little corner of it a long time ago. I built it same time I built the haberdashery, just to kind of get a sense of scale, just to make sure it was all going to kind of work properly. And finally, after spending kind of like a few weeks on that car park and moving house mind, we're here, we're building. It's all about the build for me. Like the channel is, I wouldn't say it's secondary, but the streaming is kind of like, it's kind of secondary to the fact that I play Minecraft anyway, and I build these things anyway, right? Because it's just what I really enjoy doing. And I figure this is going to be a mega seat, right? Let's get up on this roof here. Yeah, got big plans for this place. Like I've even drawn out little maps and stuff like that. As there's going to be so many builds, I figured it's just silly to just kind of do it on your own in your bedroom. I might as well just stream it and kind of see what happens. You know, if I start getting a few followers and things start happening, I definitely need to start looking at the branding and getting a bit more savvy with that kind of stuff. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Yeah, we've left the corners empty, and I'm not really sure why I did that. I think we don't do that. I think we... Okay, let's fly, please. I think we filled them out like that. Yeah, don't fret there, Lily, bless you. I will absolutely add you. I don't want to get distracted looking at Discord, and it's not open right now. Like I know it's just on the side there, yeah. But I do tend to do these kind of things after the stream. So yeah, this pops out, it seems. So let's have a look what we've done on this side. It comes out to there. We've done that one already, and then there's two, and then another one. Yeah, okay, that's it. Because I have to tell you, I'm so easily distracted. Like if I started looking at other things on other screens now, I'd probably forget that I was even streaming. That sounds absurd, but that is exactly what I'm like. Yeah, and it doesn't really matter if that one inside is blue or grey, does it? You can't even see it. So let's just continue this design across every two. And actually, we didn't count these, so we might encounter a little glitch at the end here where it doesn't quite fit. Let's see how this works. Oh, we haven't. It's perfect. That's kind of beautiful. Yeah, I'll tell you what then, what I will do, right? It's not too much production. I do have a pen here and a notepad. And I did have somebody who wanted me to join their server and have a little run around their server, and I did the same for them. I got it now, Lily Robinson 10 Discord, and I'll even give you a little circle to make sure that we spot that, and we'll do that. 100% I'll add you on there, mate. Yeah, there's no problem there. Like I say, pleased to do that, to be honest. I'll have a little look at your channel and see what you've got. I'm sure it's pretty cool. It's certainly going to be better than what I can achieve, yeah. And then we could talk about the details and stuff. Like I say, it's I'm so new to streaming that really I want to be more kind of comfortable with it. It's all a bit new to me, right? But you know, once you do these things for a few weeks, and I kind of joined Twitch a while back, and I used to watch videos, right? I kind of joined it to sort of like watch other streamers, and then after a while I figured, you know what, I might as well be kind of doing this myself, right? Because I build in my spare time. So it's not like I've got massive grand plans, but I kind of do hope, like I say, I think this is a good project, and I think it's worth seeing, worth watching, worth sharing, if you like. So I do hope that you know, we get a few hardcore followers and stuff like that. I might be interested to see what's happening. Might be able to give me some input, right? Because there's a lot of builds to build, a lot of ideas that I'm going to need. I got a lot of ideas, but there's a whole city full of ideas. So I'm always happy for input, whether it's regarding the builds, Or the channel, indeed, like yourself there, mate. But yeah, this is super chill time for me because it's like it's been so much going on, and it's nice. You know, we struggled to get the internet working properly, but like it's all kind of connected in the new house now. I've got a new kind of, you know, chill out zone. It's not my bedroom, it's like the spare room, right? Call it an office, but I don't like the thought of that. It's not really an office. It's my Minecraft room. It's the computer room, right? Okay, feels a bit like a prison like this, yeah. I think we will fill the actual walls out so it doesn't feel quite so much like a prison up in here. But I am a stickler for detail, like with the builds. This thing is about not having just empty builds. Like I won't be using like world edit, copy and pasting, building, stuff like that. Every build will be built by hand, block by block, and it'll be filled, you know, by us, you know, filled with stuff that's relevant to the build itself. But yeah, I haven't actually paid that much attention to detail to the actual channel itself, so it is something that I should think about, and it has been on my radar. Like I say, we'll see how it goes for now. Yeah, and then every other of these. Let's just establish the pattern quick. Okay, and I think on the side we've had a double one of these, so we'll do that again here. Perfect. Let's build this up. Do you watch many YouTubers? I suppose you're busy in it yourself, yeah? Well, yeah, thanks. I just read that now. No, I don't have any mods on the stream. That's the kind of thing really where advice would come in handy. Like I tried to add stickers and I struggled to do that, you know, through the Twitch thing itself where you could add stickers and stuff, and I must admit I struggled to configure it all. So what I did, instead of streaming via OBS, now I stream via OBS Streamlabs, and they've kind of got built-in stickers. So if I take a little 5-minute break, or you know, have to pause for some reason, they've got some like some overlays built in, and that's what I'm going with for now. But yeah, you're right, you know, that's not kind of fully kind of professional, is it? That's very much just what, you know, a beginner would do, and I am a beginner, so it's kind of appropriate right now. But yeah, the second I start getting, you know, start having to take some time to when there's a lot of people, if and when I should say, it's a lot of people chatting and want to do things, I'll need to get a bit more jazzier with all that, won't I, and have some of the more modern, some of the more better stuff. And yeah, that point then, that is when I should be reaching out, and like I say, I'll have a little list on the Discord there, and I'll put you in there. Okay. Alright, cool. What's that? Just click on your profile and find an option to make a little mod, yeah? Yeah, because I'm not even sure what's available, what the possibilities are. So like I say, 100%. I don't tend to say things that I don't mean. So 100% I will have a look at that, and we'll have a look. And if there's something interesting, something that I'm like, oh yeah, I'd like that, I'll pop you a message. I'll pop you a little hello anyway, right? And but yeah, we could talk about that. Yeah, it definitely would make the channel a bit more professional, yeah. Like I say, there's kind of no point almost me being making myself look too professional right now, because quite honestly, I'm not that, you know, that used to it. It's not like something that I've been doing since I was young, or you know, it's always been streaming for me. It's not. It's kind of new to me. I've always Minecraft for, you know, a number of years now, right? Too many years, you might argue. I think we'll have another little potion of reaching. Just helps us along a little bit. That. But yeah, I certainly think within a few weeks this will all be second nature to me, and we'll be a lot more comfortable with the whole thing. Yeah, I think we'll have it kind of symmetrical, right? We'll put you guys in there, and we'll end up getting rid of those. We'll have these guys in here like this. This is the main entrance here, so I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do here. So we'll just leave that blank for now, and then come back to that later on. we after? This one. Okay, that kind of marries up perfectly. The only, excuse me, thing I would say is I'm not entirely convinced that I want this brick on the inside here. So what we might do is just build this out by one. Have the brick on the bottom, of course, around the doorway here. Just put it there for now, like that. I might as well make it match. We'll stick it out by 2. And then probably just have the building itself, excuse me, come out by 1. I kind of like the randomness, to be honest. I imagine that's, you know, if you're building a new building and kind of squashing it up next to an existing building, you're going to have to make some compromises like that. And so, yeah, it kind of fits. It's the vibe. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, the question is, do we, can we see this from the inside? No, we can't. That's a bonus. That's cool. All right. Yeah, I kind of want the inside of this thing all to be uniform, huh? So we'll just do it like this, I think. Yeah, no, I appreciate you you following, and I appreciate your advice there. Actually, is it is appreciated. Yeah. So definitely we'll have a little look at that. Because the only things I knew were available regards kind of mods, is that what you call them? For Twitch was like, you know, like if I've seen the streams myself, right? People have sometimes little figures running across the bottom. You know, when somebody follows, it kind of says such and such has followed. I mean, that's built into Streamlabs, but I know you can get much better ones, can't you? And I guess that's what you're talking about. And yeah, that is something that I wouldn't mind knowing a bit more about for sure. Thank you. Let's just hope there's potential here, that it's worth me worrying about this stuff. That people are going to be interested in watching this. Yeah, I guess we'll take that out. Awesome. Okay, we're getting there. Right? It's starting to feel like a building already, right? This is supposed to kind of be metal. This is like one of those big metal warehouses that you get, right? So we've kind of gone through a few different kind of vibes of grey, just to kind of give it that metal-y sort of feeling. I did look at using steel, but to be honest with you, it didn't really feel that good, so we just decided to go with this instead. It's Minecraft, right? So it's concrete, it's steel, it doesn't matter, does it? All that matters is that it kind of looks the part, yeah. Do you stream as well then, or? So I'm not really sure. We're probably going to end up building that out actually. Let's just stick this in there anyway, just because that's what should be there, and it's better than having an empty space. But yeah, I suspect we will. I mean, we could have this part of the building here is, let's get on our feet. This part of the building here is actually attached to this builder's yard. This is going to be the offices, like where the boss is and all that kind of stuff, and the managers work, right, all up in there. So having that little bit of brick poking out into the building, I don't think is the end of the world actually. That might actually work. Yeah. Alright, and also just here presumably then, okay, it's kind of working, man. It's kind of worked sort of perfectly. A lot of busy work, a bit of a grind. It's always a bit of a grind, yeah, but I enjoy it. This is what it's all about. There we go. Beautiful. Just right in time with the music. That's right. Should we have a look on the outside here? Because I'm not sure. Yeah, we did. We built it out by 2. So, oh, okay. So what's this? All right. Okay. So it wasn't quite perfect, was it? So I think the end bit. Let's have a look at what we did on the other side. Got another blue bit coming up. Yeah, that explains it. That does explain it. It is perfect. So we have these coming up like this. All right. And then we have this. It is perfect, and that's purely by chance actually that it worked out. I'm glad that it did. You know, we'd have managed, we'd have coped if it didn't, but it has, and that's better. All right. So once again, I'll tell you what. Let's do this blue trim all the way. Let's make our lives a little bit easier. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so that just logged out for some reason, but that's not the underworld. Close that. Be right back. Let's go back to live. Okay, we didn't lose anything, did we? We're back here now. We didn't lose anything. Game freaked out for some reason, but we're all good. Maybe you can help me with that. With that happening, right? Okay, so again, more head scratching wherever these things kind of meet the edge here like this. I'm not exactly sure what to do. I do think we'll probably end up just continuing the design along like this. Yeah, and then they go up the sides here, don't they, like this. Yeah, perfect. And if I'm not mistaken, I think we did do that on the bottom. I'm not 100%, so we won't do that for now. All right. Here's our lampposts. We like our lampposts. Yeah, there are a lot of bots on here. I've noticed quite a few bots asking me to buy viewers as well. And I'm like, I'm sorry bots, but that's really not my vibe. That's not something I'll be doing. Yeah, that's it like that. Yeah, should we just do this again? 2 across. Let's just make sure we got that right before we go all the way. Yeah, there we go. About to get one of these wrong, yeah. One of these is like 3 wide or something. No, we're good, man. We're good. Here we go. Here's another question now. How perfect is it going to be on this side? I like it when the universe is on our side, right? Hopefully it matches up, but it doesn't matter if it doesn't. We'll cope. Yeah, see, so it kind of doesn't there. So let's have a look. Oh, do you know what? Actually, maybe it does, because if I'm not mistaken, we do actually build this one up. Also, yeah, it has worked. And then that's just the corner, right? So the corner comes out like this. It bloody well has worked. That's pretty cool. So let's do it. Yeah, just like that, man. Ooh, right there. I think we can build it up from here like this. Nice and chill. Take our time. Yeah. All right. I'm really pleased actually that it's worked out. I think that's a sign from the universe here that we're on the right track here with this. We managed to have it like the panel, I guess you'd call it. The panels of 2 right the way across. If it had ended on, you know, with one of them being 1, it wouldn't have been ideal, but we would have coped. But we haven't had to, so that's pretty cool. Onwards and upwards, man. Yeah, I've already got the next idea for a build in place here. We've got a couple of big, huge, giant structures now. I've got the haberdashery there. We're going to have this builder's yard here. And I'd say the next thing we want to build is some smaller structures, you know, like some ordinary kind of sized buildings. So just on the other side of that road there, we're going to have like a row of shops, like I think 2 up and 2 down, like, you know, like a ground floor and a first floor with some sloped roofs, you know, the usual kind of thing. You know, with some shops on the bottom of it, and and like, you know, a flat, I guess, an apartment if you're in America, right, on the top of it as well. You know, multi-use buildings there. Really get this, start getting this city kind of built up. We'll probably spawn in a few villages at that point too, see if they stick around. Get them to live in the houses, right? I don't want thousands of villagers living in the city, but we'll have a few here and there, definitely. A little terrace of houses, right? Just lining the road there. And also, I guess we'll have a stream where I continue some more road building itself, because I must admit I find it really enjoyable building these roads. It's kind of all modded in, right? We've used you know, some vanilla blocks here, you know, that's just polished stone there, right? And that's deep slate on the side. But yeah, this tarmac is kind of modded in, and this cement on the side is all modded in. That bridge is built out of quartz, so it's, you know, it's a good mix of modded in blocks and vanilla blocks, and I definitely think that's going to be the vibe for the whole city. I mean, maybe we'll have like we'll build like a village, which will be like a vanilla village, right? We'll make sure that it's all just built out of vanilla blocks, just because. Do. Yeah, man, we're getting there. We're getting there. Don't know what that crash was all about. A little bit disconcerting, isn't it? Have we messed up? We have. But it feels like we're good now. We deal, we cope. Again, not counting too fast. Going on, yeah. Do in there. Oh yeah, it's working. Beautiful. Okay, that's kind of the bulk of this. And actually, it wasn't as much head scratching to do as I thought. I thought we'd might struggle to connect it to the building somewhat, but kind of haven't. That's kind of worked. That's cool, man. Should we fill these walls out, and then we'll fill those walls out. I guess we'll work on a roof, right? We'll just box this in, and then after that, right, all we've got to do is stick some floor on, stick some shelves in, and then comes the fun part for me, which is like putting the stuff on the shelves, which is you know, all the modded in blocks that we've got, like this cement, for example, will have its own place, right? And we'll put like all the kind of grey cementy blocks next to each other on the shelf. We'll put all the different coloured bricks we've got all next to each other on the shelf. We've got different coloured woods and stuff like that modded in. We'll have them all next to each other on the shelf. So like we can come in here and have a little look around, pick out what blocks we want for certain builds. It'd just be a bit more pleasant, I think, than just scouring through your inventory all the time. And we'll have a little test area on the side as well, where we can kind of like place the blocks next to each other, see how they feel. We've got a lot of different areas to build, a lot of different vibes to achieve for this city, right? It's not all going to be same. It's like going to be definitely different. We're gonna have like a French Quarter, we're gonna have like a Japantown. We're just gonna have standard, you know, ordinary kind of buildings, I guess. British buildings tend to be smaller, don't they? American buildings are bigger. We'll have a nice mix of sizes, but it's more about the colours and the textures, really, isn't it? That's how you kind of build a vibe, as it were. So it'd be handy to be able to come in here and see blocks sat next to each other and put them next to each other and just have a little play around before we start a build, so we know exactly what works and what doesn't. So I always find it's a bit tricky when you're looking in your inventory to see what might work next to each other and stuff. So we'll have a place we can come to sort of do that. And of course there's the haberdashery next door, which also serves a purpose here. We've got like a loom set up in there, a load of banners can be made in there. Indeed, we've already made a load of banners. And we've got some templates in chests and stuff like that. So should we just make sure we got this right? Yeah. So, you know, we've got building blocks, we've got banners. I think that's probably how we'll start. We'll build a row of shops as well, just so we can sort of use some of these blocks. And I guess after we've done the shops, I'm thinking probably it'll either be like a furniture superstore there, but I'm not sure I want to build another superstore immediately after. We'll see. But what we also need is just like rows of terraced houses. I'm kind of looking forward to building the terraced houses. We've got a whole stack of front doors modded in, which kind of like were tricky to add to the mod pack. They kind of messed it up for a while, but we've got it all working. There's a load of front doors, so I kind of want to build a street of just houses, no shops, just houses. So we'll kind of probably work on that once we've done the row of shops. Then maybe build a furniture superstore there. Then probably do a bit more road work, a bit more extending, a bit more exploring the map, right? We'll probably extend that road north somewhat. And we've also got to connect another road to the other end of this here. Take that north. So maybe we won't touch that one. Maybe we'll just put like this road and take that one north or something like that. See what's up there. I have already scouted the areas out, but not fully, not completely. Alright, so let's have a look here. What's going on with this? I think that... Not convinced that this will stay like this, but I think we'll do that like this for now. Right, and there. Whoopsie. Yeah. And again, that's just a corner, so we build this one up by one. I do suspect, because we brought this in by a few, haven't we? So we may well not have a perfect match on this side. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, let's do this right now. Let's do it from down here. I think it might just be a little bit easier to place the blocks and to see what's what. Yeah. Yeah, just kind of like that, and then I guess it would be here. We might end up deleting this copper. I kind of like the copper there for a door frame, but it doesn't have to stay. If it becomes inconvenient, we will get rid of it. Alright. And actually, thinking about it, should we build it out from this side first, right? Because then, if it is uneven, perhaps we could just have a larger one in the center there, like a gap of 3. So let's just have a look. Let's do it 2 here for now, like this. Okay, it seems to actually be working out that. Yeah, so you see, so it's not going to be kind of perfect there. I think that's okay. I think maybe this bit here, we just have a big... Oh, right, it's above the door, right? So we'll just have a bigger kind of gap. It kind of actually is perfect. Matches the main entrance on the other side as well, as a bit like that. Beautiful. Getting there, we're getting there. You know, I am going to take a little 5-minute break in a second. So I'll quickly add you on Discord when I do that, because we're going to come back. I don't think I'll end the stream. I think I'll just literally put it on, be right back. Take a little 5-minute break. I'll do a little bit of Discording. So yeah, on the corners we kind of make them the same. So we'll continue this like this. And then you like this, and I do think we probably will end up getting rid of this copper. It seems that way, right? I feel it needs to be this grey block, like this solid girder. And again, we'll leave that because I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna put in there just yet. We'll figure out the entrances as a separate little mission once we've done the roof. Probably once we've done the shelves as well. But, you know, right at the end, we'll give these animals, there's lots of animals in here, give these guys a good chance to kind of get out of here while they can, man. I've told them there's no good hanging around here, as beautiful as you all are. I did even a little horsey over there. This is all going to be concrete before too long. No grazing on concrete. Alright, so once again here, yeah, I think we'll leave that wall. It kind of does need to be the same, doesn't it? Let's have a look. We have that there. Let's do this. Boom. And kind of try and make it match where we can. Maybe just lose the brick. Pull this across here, just to there for now. Yeah, let's just leave that, because we may well, if we need to, we'll see how the panels work out. Take that into the roof by one there as well. Yeah, let's just have a look at this. I might actually either do this. Because I don't really want it overhanging here, I don't think it needs to. This is like a work area, this isn't public. Let's have a little look at our feet. Yeah, this isn't really for the public, unless you include truck drivers, delivery drivers as public. I don't, you know, they're kind of workers, yeah, they're bringing in the deliveries. Although that said, it kind of looks a little bit cursed, doesn't it? But yeah, I don't think so. I think that bit's kind of like stays like that. This is kind of like a separate area, so it can be a separate kind of design almost. But we will need the blue coming up here, right? So get rid of that. Yeah, okay, just an overhang on the roof. And I guess we probably do just have that there like this. Delete a little touch of the roof there. Okay, that works. Yeah, let's have a little look there. Does that look cursed or anything like that? No, that's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah, and that bit's just flat like that, I'd say. So let's stick you in there like that. And once again, 2, 2, 2, 2. Oh, wow. That's a sign from the universe. Yeah, we've got this right. That's the right design. That's just a sign that my fingers are not warmed up properly just yet. Okay. Cool, man. Oh. Alright, yeah, man. Yeah, happy with that. That's cool. Let's take this, finish off this this lighter grey metal, we're going to call it. This is exactly what I wanted. A new building right next to the old building, going right into it like that. Make the city feel busy. I make it feel old, like it's lived in, like things have changed over time. Like they definitely weren't built at the same time, these things, in my mind. They were, you know, this brick building's been here. It's like an old Victorian style brick building. It's been here for hundreds of years in theory, right? And this is kind of like shiny and brand new, this thing. Alright. Yeah, we're getting there, man. Let's just figure out what we're going to do about this copper as well, because that's definitely not going to stay like that. I mean, it could do, couldn't it? Actually, let's not figure that out just yet. I'm almost thinking it should be. Let's just see what it looks like if we make it the grey blocks, as it were. I mean, I think we're going to leave it. Let's just leave the copper. We'll decide on that later. It's so easy to change out later, yeah. We can just let that simmer there for a while and see how we feel about it. I kind of like it. It makes it really obvious that that's like an exit. Not like the rest of the building, it's something else. Yeah. Bit of a grind this, yeah, just doing all this, but yeah, this is a big building. There's a lot of blocks to place. Like I say, there's going to be no world edit. Yeah, like, you know, every single block we're going to do manually like this. It's just how I like to enjoy Minecraft, truth be told. It's quite cool watching the world edit videos. You see how they build up cities really quick, like in 24 hours and stuff. But yeah, that's not how we're going to do this. Much like an ordinary city, it's going to be organic growth. You know, we're just going to like design a system. We've kind of got a sort of semi-grid system in design, and then we're just going to have the buildings grow one by one off of that. It's the most relaxing way to do it, man. You know, one person's relaxing is another person's tedium, isn't it? But for me, this is like super relaxing. Alright. It's going to start getting dark in here soon because we're going to stick a roof on this thing. We haven't decided on what block we're going to use for the roof yet, so that'll be something. I'm thinking probably this grey cement, because I think you want the roof to be somewhat of a light colour, don't you? I mean, maybe we'll have it in strips, but I don't think so. I think it'll probably be more of a solid kind of colour. And I think the darker grey will be too dark. I think we want the lightest kind of option that we can, really. Yeah, we'll have a little look at that in a second. And now that will be a grind, just doing it all across like that. I mean, maybe we'll mix it up a bit. Maybe we'll have like little patches that are a different colour, almost like it's been repaired or something like that. But also maybe not. We'll see how we feel. I mean, it's technically supposed to be kind of brand new, this build. Okay, so where's our little potion of reaching there? Oh, we're shutting off the outside. This is the final bit here. We'll have a little look. Yeah, so the entranceway there, right? Entranceway over there. We'll decide what to do. I think it probably will just be grey. Should we close it off a touch? And it's this lighter one that would be in the middle, and it kind of would make sense if we make the roof out of this, that these big open areas also are just made out of this. But this is subject to change for sure. We'll just, like I say, let this simmer in here, see how it feels. I mean, maybe we'll put a little emblem in or something. It's nice actually. We could put some banners on the outside of this, couldn't we? It could be our kind of sign, shop front. And that's the back, that's the front. But you know, it's a little sign on the back out there. It's OG's Builders, so we can just have like OG's, maybe really big or something like that. Yeah, that works for me, just like that actually. This one we will leave because we're going to build a foyer. I say that right. Let's have a look. Not sure what we've done underneath there. I think I want them to be filled in. I'm pretty sure we'll do it like that. Probably just because it matches the other side. Take this down a little bit. And then there's going to be glass here also, so it all depends on how high we make the foyer outside. I think we'll just bring it down by one more, and then if we want to, we can also get letters in theory. Like, I don't think we can get OG in there, but you know, some banners or something like that on there. Yeah, that kind of works. Let's just see what it looks like with this. Perfect, man, perfect. Alright, so it's a roof now. I'm going to take a little 5-minute break just there, right? I'm going to put the stream on pause, be right back. Oh, okay, here we go. We're here, man. Now, yeah, unfortunately, I took a little 5-minute break towards the end of the last stream, right? And we came back after the little break and built this roof, but I forgot to turn the mic back on. And yeah, so for the last, I don't know what it was, 20 minutes or so, the last stream, there was no, there was game audio, but there was no voice audio. That's a bit unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. Let's have a little look around. Now, this is the roof we built, right? So we built all the walls, and then we built the roof. And we haven't done anything at all on the interior of this just yet. So that's what we're here to do right now, man. Just get this thing kitted out. Not kitted out with goods and materials, I don't think just yet, but kitted out with shelves and internal walls and all that kind of thing. I'll tell you what, yeah, whilst we're out here, I think the first thing we should do is fix these fences. Let's get down on the ground here. Because at one point it made sense to have a gap here because there was indeed a field there, but now not so much. We'll move that bin as well. We'll put it sort of here, I guess. Yeah, probably more like here or something, right on the corner here. But we're going to build these barriers out actually, just you know, connect them up, straighten all this off here. Let's do this quickly because these gaps no longer make much sense. So if we go in, I can't remember quite what they're called. I think they're called modern fences. I'm not sure. Yeah, okay, so it's these. And let's just get the bin as well because we're going to need that as well. Now all this stuff was for the outside, so I don't really think we need this anymore. Let's put this in here and put all these here for now. And we'll bring them back in if we need to. We use these tunnel lights on the roof. Super handy because they fit quite nicely on a half block up there, so they're kind of just what we needed. Okay, so again, also with this glass, we really the system is like we only have these glass ones when there's something worth looking at. Now here, this wall is not worth looking at, so we'll delete all these glass ones and we'll just put these metal barriers in, I'd say, all the way along. And let's see how we feel about these. We'll take these out to the end because it kind of makes sense. Maybe right to the end, or maybe leave one, I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Yeah, I just think it kind of makes sense just to leave one there. So it just kind of like softens the corner up a touch there, doesn't it? So yeah, let's just do this real quick. Get all these on. We only really use these on the side of the motorway there. And I was just checking actually, just to make sure I have actually put the mic back on, but we have. I know I have because I did that. And it's done. So we're recording audio now. We're all good. Yeah, there we go. Chicken seems to be stuck there for a while. I don't know why. I will leave them to their own business over there. I'm sure they're all right. And we took a bin away, didn't we? So I'm just thinking we kind of want a bin here somewhere. It's just decoration for the road, basically. That's all it is. Kind of silly to have one there. Yeah, let's have it near this drain. Yeah, just like that. Yeah. No fuss. You're coming over the zebra crossing. You know, you got bits in your pocket. You can quickly unload them there. There we go. Now we're done with these, so we can delete these. We will keep the bits for the walls on our inventory for now, just in case we make a mistake and knock one out by mistake, right? So I think we were gonna go. Let's get inside before we talk plans, man. Let's go and have a look at what it is that we're going to be doing now. But yeah, we put the lights on the outside. We've done the roof, got the walls done. This building is intact. It's structure and it's all sealed off. The only thing we haven't done is the doors, but we're going to do them kind of last. We're going to build like a foyer here out of glass, and I'm not sure exactly how it's going to look just yet, but we're not going to kind of concern ourselves with that. We'll kind of do that last. We'll, you know, figure out what we're going to put on the floor. We'll get some shelves up. We're going to put these internal walls in also, just so we can get a feel for the size of the place and how much space there is, and you know what the kind of decor is going to look like. And then we'll kind of like build a front entrance that kind of matches it almost. Yeah, we've put these they're very much temporary, right? These lanterns, just to give us a bit of light in here. The other thing we do need to do whilst we're saying about that is hang some lights off the ceiling, but once again I think we'll wait until the internal walls are in, until we've got the shelves in. We're going to build a mezzanine floor across there, which comes with a lift shaft. So we'll kind of get all that in, and then we'll know where the lights need to go at that point. So we'll just kind of leave these randomly placed around the place for now, these lanterns. Hello, Moo Cow. You're going to have to get out of here soon, you know, because this floor is going to be completely gone, man. It's going to be all concrete and stone. Not this kind of stone, but some kind of stone. It's been busy, this Moo Bloom, yeah? They leave these little things floating around, don't they? It's been in here for some time. Yeah, let's make a start on this, man. Let's. I think we'll start with the floor, clearly, because I want this thing to not be grass. And then it's going to feel like a proper building. So, I guess we just start it right here, right at the entrance. And this is the kind of pavement. We may well swap this out to kind of match the floor in there, but I'm not too sure yet. Let's have a look. I was thinking the andesite, because we've used the andesite right on the roof. So let's just have a look. It'll be full blocks. I don't think we'll be using tough. It's a bit too kind of busy almost, the tough. Deep slate's too dark. Let's just have a quick look. We'll see what we've got kind of like for a grey. It's just basically to represent some concrete, right? But I don't want to use the cement because we've used that for the walls. And you know, the main bulk of the roof itself is made out of that cement, so it doesn't really make sense to make the floor out the same thing as you made the roof, does it? We'll definitely use another block. Obviously the coral is an option, but again, too kind of busy, too kind of fancy. I honestly think the plain old andesite might do us just for the floor. And then we'll see, like when we've got the shelves in, there's going to be some tills across here, right? A bank of probably like 4 maybe. Kind of tills, and there'll be some shelves here, shelves here, shelves here, and the bits where it looks like it should be kind of worn out. Okay, so let's have a little swig of our potion of reach, just so we got a bit of a longer reach. Yeah, you see, that's how it works. Yeah, it is what it is. It's a nice simple grey block. It's got a bit of texture, kind of looks like cement. I mean, we could try, just for the sake of trying, see what some of the kind of coloured cement might look like. I mean, you could use clay, but I don't think that's the right colour for us. Have a look at the cementy options. Again, we've used these in the wall. The terracotta, right? Cyan terracotta. We didn't use the concrete in the wall. We used the grey concrete for the sides. I mean, we could use concrete powder. It causes problems if we come to the point where we're digging underneath this thing. But I don't think we will be doing that anytime soon, so we'll probably be alright for that, because I don't think this place is going to have a basement, a cellar as such. I do quite like the light grey concrete powder there, I won't lie. But like I say, I have encountered problems before where, in fact I kind of prefer that. Where you end up digging underneath it at a later stage, you know, and then it's all falling down, it's causing problems. But I don't think that's going to be an issue on this build, because there is going to be no cellar, like I just said. So actually I think we can probably go with that. And there'll be a few sections where we have to fill it in with dirt, so let's just get the dirt on there as well. Yeah, tough is going to be, it's too busy, and also it's a bit too dark. Let's have a look. I mean, we could use, right, excuse me, the tough. Kind of looks quite good against that grey concrete. For the bits that are not worn, and just use this concrete powder for the bits that look like they've worn out. Like the entrance where you come in will be kind of more worn out, won't it? Let's just see. Yeah, perhaps, you know. That might work. It's not, doesn't look as busy as I kind of thought it would. I kind of like this stage of the build, you know, trying to pick what blocks you need to use, trying to figure out what's going to happen. And you see, like here, there's like a little doorway in between the warehouse area and the main kind of shop front. And we'll just play with this, and we can easily swap them out later. I mean, originally we were going to make the floor out of this cement, but because we've used it on the roof, that's now no longer really an option for us. And then I'd be thinking, like, just where it's kind of worn out, just so we've got a bit of texture, it's a little bit different. Let's have a look at the clay. Yeah, it's a bit too kind of blue, is that. Yeah, well, I think we'll keep this little step way into here out of this cement. That's absolutely fine there. Yeah, I guess so. Let's just see how this feels after a little while. Yeah, we'll start off, we'll jump straight in here. This is what needs to kind of happen, to be honest. I think that's alright, just like that. And again, we'll just keep these lanterns here. They're excuse me, definitely not going to stay. As soon as we've got some lights in this place, we'll delete all those lanterns. Don't really fancy being surrounded by mobs at this juncture though, so yeah, I don't know, you see. So like, and again, we'll kind of fiddle with this when we've got like the tills in and the shelves in. Then we'll know which bits feel like they should be worn out. I mean, there, right, should be probably more worn out than that. Yeah, just to kind of give it a bit of randomness. Let's have a look. Yeah, I kind of like that. This bit will all be kind of worn out, you know, like worn down like smooth concrete. Because this is the main entrance, and also it's where the tills and stuff are. And we'll probably stick some random blocks in there just to kind of signify where the tills will be shortly, but they won't be the final design. So to be honest, either this tough, I'm thinking tough like on the edges and like underneath the shelves, and most of the bits where you walk will be this concrete powder, right? Yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, I'm not quite happy with the way this line just ends directly like that. Should we just see what happens if we just bring it out a touch like that? And then just do this. They say there's going to be something on the side here, probably made of glass. So we may well change that. Yeah, that feels good, mate. It kind of guides you in, yeah? I don't really want it to be too symmetrical. That corner seems a little sharp there. Yeah, cool, man. That seems quite cool. I will just have to remember to be very careful if we do decide to dig underneath here. Or just to be mindful, I should say, that this floor is not particularly stable. Okay, yeah, we're getting somewhere. Nice chilled music, man. Nice cup of tea on the side. Nice bit of building going. Let's do this. We're also going to do the internal walls. Now this is going to be a lift shaft. Actually going to be a bit wider than that. I'm not sure what it's going to be made out of yet. It could be the brick, because that brick's staying. And the edges of the walls are the brick, aren't they? So it kind of would make sense that the lift shaft's going to be brick. So we'll probably build that now. Now these internal walls here, this is like a public loo here. This isn't going to be brick. I'd say we're probably going to build this out something else, some kind of grey kind of brick almost. We'll decide on that later, but I think the lift shaft itself can probably just be this standard brick. Let's delete this and decide how big this needs to be. Now this will be a lift that the customers will use, so the interior of the lift will want to, I think we'll just use this cement to like build a temporary lift for now. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think that seems sensible. Like that will be the actual lift, and the whole thing will lift up together. So you know, when you go in the lift, you know, the walls move with you, as it were, like it's a proper lift. And therefore, this would be the lift shaft walls right here. Yeah, just like that. And again, once we'll decide in a little while how high we're going to put this, because it depends where we put the mezzanine floor in. We're going to put a little mezzanine floor just on this little half of it, I think. Something to have a little bit of furniture. We're going to build a furniture superstore also. But until we do that, I guess this place, this builder's merchant, is the ideal place to kind of have that for now. Hello, you. Yeah, I bet you don't like what we're doing here. No, you're going to lose all your grass. No more seeds for you to forage for. Yeah, okay. Is that right? Kind of don't like the fact that it's not symmetrical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's because we need to put some bricks in there. That's the kind of entrance to the lift right there. Yeah, that's cool, man. So that's the lift shaft. So now we know what we're doing here. We can actually put the floor in there. Nice and chilled. Not you. And just for now. Alright. Yeah, there'll probably be some kind of shelf here, maybe the special offers section, or maybe the returns desk, you know what I mean, could be here. If we build a returns desk, we've got a fairly relaxed returns policy. We're not going to quibble up in here. Yeah, and again with the, I'll tell you what, let's clear our inventory bit. We're not using the clay. We're not going to use the andesite, although we might well bring that in at some point. We are using the tuff, and so we'll put the cement up there, and we'll stick the light grey concrete powder there. Bricks will stick there for now. Alright. And again, it's going to be quite worn out here, isn't it? Where people use the lift and stuff like that. You don't like this, do you, girl? I'm sorry. I did warn you this was what was happening. You're best off skedaddling. Look, we've left the doors open for you and all your friends over there. You can get out of here and go to greener pastures. nice. This is what I need, man. Just a little chill out. This is the second stream of the day. I really want to kind of get this thing fleshed out. It's so big. I don't think we'll get it all finished in this stream. I mean, that's kind of for certain, to be honest. We've got to kit this thing out. It's going to be like the boss's office and that in there. We've got to kit that out as an office. We're going to leave that till later, you know, like it's kind of a separate project. Probably be on a different stream, will that? But we'll kind of get the doors in, I think, here, and a door sort of sorts there where the truck, have a look, is making a delivery over there. This doorway's quite cool, just like that, to be honest. Definitely want to get the floors in, want to get some shelves in, want to get the till area kind of organised. Stick some hanging lights coming down, get the mezzanine floor up, and that's kind of like the interior shelled out then, isn't it? And then all that'll remain is to do the offices. Do the interiors of these. I mean, we might well build a little loo and stuff like that in here tonight. If we get time, we will. Because that might be quite nice to have that done. Let's do this, man. Just see how it goes. Like I say, some of this will be subject to change, depending on how we kit the place out. But for now, I think it's a good idea to do it like this. Yeah, probably again here, maybe just like there. They're kind of tough. Yeah, maybe like that. Where are we going? I think we'll just do it to there, because maybe the inside of the toilet area will have its own sort of there, and I think we'll do all this tough because it's very likely to be shelves across the top of this. Alright. Yeah, probably just like this. And again, to be honest with you, this can all go. This is going to be like, we'll just leave one wall in there for now. It's going to be like a separator. You know, this end is like the warehouse intake sort of area, and this bit's the kind of shop front. But I suspect we're going to end up making this section here more like the shop. Let's get rid of all this glass actually. Just make this bit here the separator, just like that. Hello, beautiful. You as well, darling. You're gonna have to get out of here, really. I mean, you're welcome. You're very pretty, and you're welcome in here. But there's not gonna be much grazing for very much longer, I'm afraid. Yeah. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think we made the right call, man. I don't really like using powder as a floor, I must admit, but it's just the right texture. It's similar enough to the walls, but it's not the same thing, which is quite important. I think we can actually start to get these tills in at some point here soon. This grass, I'll tell you. It wasn't even grass, that was just me, that's just me. Sorry grass, blaming you for everything. So yeah, I think it's probably here as well, like that. Yeah, I just want it to feel quite random, just like there's certain bits that are kind of more worn out than the others. So let's just kind of do it like this for now. think it feels like we need a light in here, doesn't it? Let's stick another one in there. And over here. Okay, yeah, lift shaft's looking good, man. Let's get to you. Okay. Yeah, see this right here is the kind of till area. So, excuse me, should we use the again just to cement just temporarily? I might actually let's pick out something that's a bit more different, something really obvious. So it's got blue asphalt on us there. So you come in. Let's just imagine this, right? You come in, and you always expect to have like tills right there, don't you, when you come in? Yeah. Just like that. And then I guess say you don't want to consume too much of the floor with tills, because to be honest with you, there's kind of limited space in here already. Maybe just 3 tills. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe 4 tills, but perhaps we start them here instead then. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, we're getting somewhere. And some of this powder will definitely be swapped out here, because we're going to put shelves in all along here. But I think we'll build the shelves first and then swap out the floor underneath it. It's the only way to make sure we don't make too many mistakes and do any unnecessary kind of work, as it were. We'll know exactly where the tuff will want to go. I'm quite pleased that we're using so many vanilla blocks here as well. Yeah, it's a nice chill stream this, man. I'm in the mood for just a little bit of a chill. This is the normal stream time now, around midnight here up in London. Now we're just going to take our time. So let's have a look. This bit here, I guess. Yeah, I think we'll give ourselves a bit more room just there. Also a bit dark here, isn't it? Let's see our old lanterns. Stick one there. Okay. So yeah, like I say, I think I'll be able to think a little bit more clearly. Once all this grass is gone and we've just got a concrete floor, we'll be able to assess the situation, see exactly where we want to put the shelves, see what the shelf design needs to be. Definitely along the wall here it's going to be the kind of tough. So we can just do that like this. Whoopsie. Yeah. Like I say, any of this could be swapped out later. I'm not sure yet. Don't need to be sure yet. I'm thinking along the walls, like people don't tend to walk right along the wall, no, so it's definitely not as worn out along the wall. So we can be fairly certain that this should be kind of tough like this. do these animals, I don't know how they work, right? But are they just hanging around this area because it's grass? Like when we turned all this to like cement and all this, tough, will they naturally kind of wander off somewhere else? Or do they just not care? I don't know, I guess we'll find out, because they've been in this field for a long time. But it's not going to be a field for much longer, sheepy. Right. I mean, we could even have some bits like where, you know, it's kind of more random like that. I think we'll just let that simmer in there, just see how that feels later. It's not a mistake, just a test. Actually, I think what we were doing here was putting this stuff. Yeah, more like that. And again, I don't want it to be very symmetrical, this. It's just going to be and feel more naturally one. Like, I want it to just feel, not really jump out at you, just, yeah, just kind of like that almost. That might be a bit too much having that there like that. Yeah, I'm not convinced, eh? Yeah, we'll leave it there for now. And we'll see how it feels. Stick some more tuff in here on the corner. Yeah, maybe here, like if this wall does stay here, which it might, I'm guessing, it will be like kind of slightly less worn there like that. Okay, we're getting somewhere, man. Wrong way to go. And there's going to be yet a different floor type in the warehouse area. I think we'll run this cement through, but it's just flies. Like you see where the road comes in there. I'm seriously considering having like the intake area itself where the vehicles belong as being like black like that. Probably just carry that on. I think there's blocks of coal over there. So yeah, I think that's a thing that we'll probably do. This is where it comes through. And I think again we'll just probably just put the floor in where it should be floor now. And we'll use these blue blocks. Yeah, swap that out. And just pop you in there, I guess, for now. Yeah, that's where the kind of separator wall will be. Yeah, leave that there so we can climb up. Alright, not you. Bang, let's get rid of this bit of grass. As much as I'd love to leave a little bit of grazing there for the little animals, we're not going to do that. We're going to swap all this out. All needs to be concrete. Pop you back in there. let's just fill this out for now. Bang. Okay, final little bit of grass here, getting there. Definitely starting to feel more like a store now, isn't it? A space that we can use, and actually it's much bigger now that we've gotten rid of that grass. The grass makes it feel a little bit smaller for some reason. Right, let's just get rid of all this. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's our basic floor, right? Here's our tills. And you've got somewhere to park your bikes, your little bicycles there. And we'll probably have like special offers or something like on the side there. We kind of need trolleys. We haven't actually got any trolleys, right? I don't know if we can... Can't really make a trolley, can you? I don't suppose. Let's see what we can do, right? If we can maybe designate this to as a trolley area or something like that. And probably just put a little shelf on there, again with maybe some flowers. It hasn't really got a garden centre as such in here, but you know, I think in most builders, merchants, DIY centres, you get a few potted plants and stuff, don't you? I think that just by the entrance there might be a good place to just stick a shelf with a few flowers and things like that that you can buy. So let's carry this on, man. Let's do this. Certainly this bit will be the same. So let's get rid of all this. And this can be the kind of tough under there. Yeah. You may well find in here's like the break room, as it were, for the staff, but yeah, probably maybe just either leave the floor like that, or you know, give it its own kind of floor. I'm not sure. I don't think it would have its own floor, would it? It'd probably just be the same as what was out in the shop. Once again, you know, just where there's a door, it's going to be slightly more worn out. Oh, I see. Yeah, just like that. Alright, so I think we'll just fill out the underneath of this as well. Okay, so we'll probably have to fill this. Let's do this now, because otherwise it'll just make our lives a little bit easier in a second. Whoa. Okay. Is it just me, or is it a bit dark here? Let's put another one of those in there. Have we? Yeah, we still another little swig of our Ocean Reach in there. We'll have to make a decision soon as well as to where. I mean, to be honest, it's not going to be here, but somewhere here, I guess. This will all be kind of, yeah, it's coal blocks. So I'm guessing this entire kind of intake corner here will be made of coal. But actually, we don't need to worry about that this second. Yeah, kind of leave it just to there for now, I think. Alright. We're going to pick up so many types of flowers here, right? I think we'll just end up deleting them out of inventory. I don't really like to do that, but I've kind of got no choice. We don't want an inventory full of flowers right now. It's not going to help anybody. Yeah, I'll probably go out a bit further, right? I think we'll just take this out here. Just kind of like that. Yeah, let's get this filled out here. Alright. Again, just maybe a bit dark in this corner here, huh? Yeah, I think we'll have that to be yeah, I think maybe 3 wide here. On the old tough skis. Yeah, kind of just like that. Hello you. I don't think they like what we're doing here. I think that was a look of judgment we were just getting there. Like, what are you doing to our grass? You're gonna have to move out of the way, Chicky. Oh, well done, girl. Come on, Movie. You know I love you, girl. You know I love you. But I did warn you that this grazing wouldn't last forever. You've had it easy up in this girl. But the party's over, I'm afraid, darling. It's a big city. There's plenty of grass still to be had out there. Alright, where are we? Get rid of all these. Okay, yeah, we really are getting somewhere here now. Once you get your head down, right, and you sort of get stuck in, it seems like a lot of work to do. Oh my god, the arms, what you doing, girl? Not help him. There we go. Not really what we were going for just there. Okay. Do that before he's tempted to walk down there. Do we try this way? There we go, that's a bit easier, isn't it? Okay, cool. I suppose that will be the intake area more like here. I'm not really sure about this corner here. Let's have a little fly and have a feel. Yeah, that feels good, man. It's definitely a shop floor. Like I say, I always knew it was going to be a little smaller than we wanted here for the shop area. I mean, I'm almost tempted, right? We could always... I was going to say, we could always put the public loo kind of more like here. And have that open, but I kind of... It acts as a kind of wall, that, a barrier between the shop and the warehouse area, both of which are going to have shelves. And let's be honest, it's not a real shop, you know, it's not like we're really opening for business now. It's for us. We're going to come in here and mess about with our blocks and see what fits, see what works. So whether or not it's the shop front, whether or not it's the warehouse area, it doesn't really make that much difference. So I think it's all right like that. Yeah, I don't really want it to be like a complete flat line where the intake area starts. I'd almost rather it was just that corner and this bit here was also, you know, kind of grey. I guess up to this bit here. Let's do the old toughy tough. I think that's probably a good place to end it, right? Just on the stone there. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm getting the feeling maybe just this one as well. Probably just like that. I'm not sure what's going to be in there yet, but we kind of decided we'll probably end up just making a little kind of, I don't know if we can dig right up on, yeah, okay, so you see it's kind of like ends there. That's kind of alright. I mean, we could actually do that, might be a bit better. Not exactly sure what we're going to do in here. That has to stay, right? So let's have a look. Yeah, I guess we can do this. Okay, a little something there, just a little kind of, you know, it might be a janitor's cupboard, something like that. Yeah. Actually, I don't know, maybe like just to kind of separate the two areas a bit more. Hello you, is that a look of judgment? You don't like what we're doing with the place here, dear? I am sorry, girl, it has to happen. So yeah, I can probably bring this out a bit more. Like more of a kind of natural circle almost. Do-do-do. They always spin like that, don't they, when you've... oh, I put it in there. Oh, wait, quick. There we go. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe we won't have this tough. Maybe it'll just be like black kind of tarmac almost right to the wall, but we'll just leave that like that for now. Yeah, kind of more like that. That kind of feels a bit more natural. Okay, I think that might kind of do it, and then we'll have this bit here be the coal. Do you know, I thought our inventory would be packed with flowers then. They're not too bad here. I think block of coal the same as the road. I want it to just be the kind of same. It does seem that they congregate on the grass, doesn't it? See, moo blooms disappeared now, so maybe they do care what the block is. Like, they must be kind of like programmed to gravitate towards the grass as opposed to hang about on concrete. Maybe. I know, girl, I know. You don't like this one bit, do you? Like I say, any of this is subject to change. If we decide that we want to kind of make this pathway kind of come in a little bit more, have a little section here where you can come in, maybe we'll do that. And for now, I think we'll just stick all this down. Ooh. Yeah, it's not really what we were going for. Alright. Yeah, definitely a bit dark around here, isn't it? But I think we can manage it out. Yeah, I do kind of like the idea of having it differentiated where the actual road is. It's a bit confusing otherwise, isn't it? Perhaps we will actually just have this bit. What's this polished stone? Let's get some of that in there. Is it polished stone? Smooth stone, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. Let's get a bit of smooth stone in there. Maybe this bit here, excuse me, can just be more like a kind of pavement area, as it were. Just so you're a bit safer when you come in this place, huh? That'll do for now. We'll decide on the details later. Now, will these stay? Yeah, they will. That's cool. And I guess at least for now, we'll stay with the polished stone vibe over here like this. Yeah, maybe not that one. Maybe just too wide here, and then. All right. Ooh. Okay, yeah, we're getting somewhere. Getting somewhere. And here I'm thinking, again, another little safe bit for the pedestrians, isn't it? Yeah, no, that's cool. Oh. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. I'll tell you what, there's a perfect little hole there. I'll stick that in there. Okay, nice. This is the grind. This is the grind. We're all right here. We're cooking away. And again here, I kind of want it to feel a bit more sort of natural almost, as opposed to just a hard square edge. We kind of needed that almost. Let's put that back. Yeah, let's get the light grey cement in here. Yeah, I think more like this maybe. Yeah, I think that kind of works. Certainly for now, like I say, as soon as we put the shelves in, right, we'll have a much better idea of exactly where things should begin and things should end. This is definitely the bit where, you know, the vehicles come and unload on this black bit. So it's kind of like a very visual way of saying don't hang about on this stuff. You might get run over, man. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, that's quite pleasing. Yeah, I'm thinking actually maybe it doesn't quite need to be that wide. Maybe we'll have one more, this be actual usable shelf space, excuse me. A bit more like that. Likewise here, I guess you don't really, when you come in, you unload there, you don't really need this bit here, do we? So let's just have a look. I'm quite keen on the idea of bringing this out though. It's kind of a nice natural end marker there, and like I say, it's actually a bit squarer than I'd thought it would be there, but that kind of works. This is Minecraft, there's nothing wrong with a square. And there's two there, two over there, that kind of works. Let's have a little fly. Yeah, that's your intake area, right? And we may well put some stickers down, some like cross hatches, I think they're called, right? Some little yellow cross hatches there, just to sort of say, you know, there's no stopping and parking on there, but it is kind of your unloading area. Perfect, man. Alright, we have a floor, and now we just need some walls. I think we need to decide on what material we're going to use for the walls of this thing. Quite like the green glass. We may well have some windows on there, high up windows, right? And use the green glass for those windows, because I quite like it there. Yeah, I don't want it to be the brick. You'd think we would, wouldn't you? Because it would kind of match the theme, but I'm thinking we want it to actually be different deliberately. Let's just have a quick look at what grey bricks we might have. Definitely not going to be andesite. I'm going to keep the grey planks. I was thinking they might be nice shelves. Got all these eggs and stuff. We don't really need any of this stuff. I hate throwing flowers. I don't know what that is. Let's just be ruthless. We've got to get rid of these flowers. They're not necessary. You know, they're not the kind of flowers we'll be selling, I don't think. Let's just get rid of all those and have a nice clear inventory. And the eggs. Let's do it. Let's be ruthless. Okay, so all the stuff we've used for the floor, actually we'll keep that out. Quite handy, right? That's our spare kind of block. Let's have a look now for grey bricks. I think we'll just take our time, man. Have a little chill here. Have a look through the inventory. And I'm definitely thinking like a grey brick kind of block. I mean, you could have wooden walls almost, couldn't you? Yeah, maybe. That's unlikely, but that's the potential. See, now we're kind of talking. That's your standard stone, right? We'll take that up as a benchmark. But we do have some modded in stuff, and I'm thinking that might be the way to go for this. And the black would be too dark. And we've been using quartz. We've used a ton of quartz. You see this one? Look, we'll see what the difference is. That's an andesite stone. Okay. Maybe. Yeah, I'll take that out of interest also. I mean, maybe, yeah. The granite bricks might work because it's kind of almost like the bricks that we've got, but it's almost like they've tried to match it, but they haven't quite managed to match it. Like they've put these internal walls in at a later date. I just don't know if it might just look cursed, or if that might work as a kind of idea. I don't think that's the way to go with that shiny stuff. We'll take it just in case, but I don't think so. Calcite bricks. Ooh, that's the wild card. Chuck a wild card on there. Yeah, and I'm definitely thinking bricks. I kind of want it to be the brick section, not smooth. See, we've got these as well, right? So this could well be an option. Yeah, so maybe like, what is that? Oh, I've got two of those now. Brown stain bricks. And there's red stain bricks, you see. So that's our kind of Minecraft, original OG Minecraft brick equivalent. I mean, we can give that a go. That might be quite nice to see some of that for a change. I think that's enough. I think that's enough there to play with. Have we got enough room in our inventory to take that? Yeah. Alright. Okay, so we're an hour in. I've just got to take a 5-minute second, so just hold that thought right there. It's the perfect place, actually. I've just got a call. I've been waiting for a call, bless. My other half's away at the moment, up in Manchester. And I have been waiting for the call, but I didn't want to delay the stream. So we're in the stream, but I'll just take a little 5-minute break. Go and have yourself a cup of tea. I shall do the same. And I won't end the stream, because like I said, I'm coming back. We've got a bit between our teeth here. We want to crack on. So I'll just put me old be right back on there, and I shall indeed be right back. I think this time, oh man, last time I forgot to put the mic back on. This time we will not forget to put the mic back on. Okay, mic's back on and we're back to game. Hello Lesser Belly, must have just popped in there just as I took a break. I just had a quick phone call to take there. It was a kind of good night phone call from my other half who's staying away at the moment. I was expecting the call, but I couldn't delay the build any longer. We had to get in here and get going. So yeah, to answer your question, I have seen that you have added me on Discord. I sent you the invite, didn't I? And you've added me, but I haven't really been perusing anything. I haven't really had a chance, to be fair. But tomorrow, Saturday, I will be doing exactly that. I'm going to be uploading some videos to YouTube tomorrow and doing some kind of other internet bits. I've been doing a lot of my other half's coming home tomorrow, so I've been cleaning the flat today. I won't lie. But yeah, it's all good, man. So definitely tomorrow I'll take a look. I'll send you pop you a little message on there as well, right? Say hello, let you know what I think and all this. But yeah, it's good to see you back. Thanks for popping back in. Happy to see you, mate. We've just gotten to the point, right? I've just done this floor here now. We built the building. This is the builder's yard I was talking about, right? We built the building earlier today. I did like a little bonus stream just before this one. I kind of split it into two, right? And we've done the roof, we've done the walls. I've literally just done the floor now on this stream, and we've just finished it. Just about to start these little internal sections here. So let's tell you what, we've stuck a lot of bricks in our inventory, and we're just gonna have a little play and see what works. And honestly, right, I wasn't expecting it, but that white calcite, no, not that one. That white calcite, sorry, let's have a sip of tea. Got a dry throat today. I think all this everyday streaming's kind of been a lot of talking. Excuse me, a little sip of tea. There's nothing wrong with that, is there? I was considering the planks, but we're not going to go planks. It's going to be some kind of brick. And let's just see. I think we'll do it here against this wall, because this is kind of where it has to join up to the old wall. Let's just... It's a bit too similar. I kind of thought it might be a good vibe to like make it look like it was built after, but they tried to make it match but couldn't quite. You know, like you kind of get on old buildings, but I don't think so. I think maybe without too much testing. This was what I originally also had in mind, was these grey ones. But you know, the walls are very grey, aren't they? Should we try something different? This calcite brick seems to be jumping out at me. Yeah, I think so actually. I think the interior walls here will be that. It's a little bit nicer, a little bit brighter. So I kind of open up the place a little bit. So yeah, I haven't had a chance, no, and I will have a little look on there, 100%, mate. They say I'll do some bits online tomorrow. Get my YouTube channel going. There's not too much editing, thankfully, because I'm just going to upload these streams kind of as they are to YouTube. So I'm going to do that first thing in the morning, and then I'll definitely be having a little bit of more of a socializer. I haven't been on Reddit for days either. And my streak's gone. But that's all right. It's not important, no. But yeah, I will do that definitely. Have a little look, and I'll pop you a little message on there, and you know, we can have a little chat or whatever. Like I said, I'm not really in a position where I'll be making any big decisions in that regard immediately, but it's nice to know, to see what you've got and see what's happening, what's on offer, right? And what it is that I need to be thinking about, as it were. I think so. I don't think we need to think about it very much more. I think we're going to go for the calcite bricks. Little interior building there, just made out of calcite bricks. The only other decision we need to make is how high do we make this, because it's certainly not going to go right up to the ceiling. I think we'll have like a flat roof on this, and then just like stick a lot of boxes and stuff on there, almost like it's an extra storage area for them. Let's see if we can just take it one higher, just to give us options on the inside with cladding it for a separate kind of ceiling and stuff. Have a look. Yeah, that feels kind of natural. And we may well have some windows in here. We'll decide that later, but I quite like that green glass. It's clearly modded in, right? It's a mosaic glass that we've modded in. I like that. And this is going to be a little bathroom area, so it's kind of perfect really for a little bathroom. You can't quite see through it. Let's just have a look. Maybe we want to make this a bit wider. Let's have a look. We can actually leave the walls like this. Yeah, we don't need to actually. We can just have the singular wall, I think, for this. Save a bit of space. Alright. Yeah, that could be the little doorway, right? Yeah, just like that. Okay, it all comes together slowly. Let's stick. We're not going to use these bricks though, so we've decided it's going to be the calcite bricks. Lots of cool bricks, like these modded in brown bricks and stuff. Definitely be using those for the houses that we're going to be building soon. Also, I just want to put the sea lantern in here. Let's just get a bit of light up here. There we go. All right. Okay, let's have a little swig of our potion of reaching. Have you been busy? Been a busy week for you? It's been really busy for me. Like I say, all this everyday streaming is kind of new, and I'm trying to squeeze it in around me other work, and you know, all the household bits that you have to do. So it's all been very busy for me, to be honest. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Yes, I definitely think maybe just some windows, probably like here, kind of high up. Where's the end of the loo sort of sections there? So just to give this thing a place a bit of natural light almost. Yeah, maybe just like that. Now I'm gonna stick some of that green mosaic glass in there. I've kind of grown accustomed to it just being sat there like that. So the question is, do we put a wall across here or just leave it brick? You're better off really just having the space in there. There's kind of no need to make any more of a wall there. Let's have a little fly. How high is this? There. Yeah, just kind of like that. So maybe we have the door here. There we go. Excuse me, I can't remember what day was supposed to be. I think it was going to be more like a staff loo, you know, nothing fancy, just literally kind of loo sort of in there. And a little table, some lockers, you know, a little seating area for them. It's kind of a dead space. Perhaps the lockers in there, for example. But yeah, that's kind of that room sort of done there. I think we'll make the roof out of something slightly different. Let's just have a think. It might be quite nice to have a proper wall here actually. I think there's enough space in here for what we need. Let's just do this. We can always take it out. That's the beauty of Minecraft, right? If you don't like it, you can just delete it. Let's make it a bit tighter in there, doesn't it? Like I'm almost thinking maybe the door should be here now. More like that. Yeah, okay. Alright. And all these have to go. This whole floor has to go, to be fair. Let's stick another light in here. Yeah. There, I'll tell you 1 second. There we go. Yeah, cool, man. I think that's it. I think that's our little internal structure. A little natural kind of separating wall. And I tell you what, we did leave these in there, which was kind of a mistake, but it might work out in our favour. Perhaps we will get a bit of grey in here. And just where these walls separate, it kind of looks like metal panelling almost, doesn't it? Yeah. Let's just see how this feels. Actually, that might not be a bad idea to do that like that. Yeah, perfect. And this is kind of where the forklifts come through, right? From the intake area, from the warehouse area, through into the shop store, right there. Excuse me. We'll have like a little double door here. And a little double door there. This is where you come into the bathroom. Let's get cracking on this bit in here. Yeah, I don't think we want the same thing on the floors we've got on the walls, but I would like it to be kind of white in there. So let's just have a look at what blocks we've got that could make a nice floor. I think I've got something in mind, right? It's not going to be wood. I think we want to be a bit more hygienic than that. It could be the dye, right? But I don't think so. We might go for the... we've got like a nice modded in bit of iron. Somewhere here. Yeah, right there. Let's have a look at that. See how that looks. The floor to the bathroom in here, right? Yeah, that's quite nice. Yeah, that'll work. Probably those as well. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, I don't think we're going to necessarily kit out the loos just this second. And in here, I think for the staff, yeah, I'll follow the old trope where they kind of like, it's not exactly chandeliers in the engine room, is it? It's more like whatever's the cheapest thing we'll do for your staff, isn't it? So I think we'll just kind of like pay homage to that. And the staff will just have the tough as their floor. We might change our mind on that. We might jazz it all up a bit. Once we get the lockers in and stuff, we'll see how it feels. So what's all this? That's all right, man. On the side there. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay. So I'm kind of feeling that. Yeah, and those will be the loos, but we probably won't have full blocks on the side. Probably just a series of trapdoors in between them or something like that. Have a look. Let's see how this feels. These four here are the tills. Well, they will be the tills. Let's get a roof on this thing. So I'm thinking we'll stick probably with the white, but something slightly different. Maybe at one of the white woods. Let's have a look at the white wood. Yeah. Stick the grass down there for now. Concrete powder's not going to do us any favours, is it? Yeah, okay, I think that's it, right? That's the white wood. So let's just see if that works. Now, does that make it look feel a bit tight in here? Maybe we could take it up by one. I mean, we could actually use the white wood planks, couldn't we? Yeah, let's do that instead. So again, we just go white, and we use the old planks there. Although that said, right, This is the thing with using planks here, that you can't hang things off of the ceiling. I don't think we need to hang anything off the ceiling, but we'll see. I think we'll do this for now and see. Because there's a problem, we'll fix that problem when we come to it. I don't think the cubicles need to go right up to the ceiling, so we should be alright. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, that's a bit better, and it just feels a bit more spacious there. And I suppose what we'll need is a way to get up into the ceiling. I guess we'll do that from the staff room, right? Maybe that's what this little corner can be. A little hatch where you can climb up, like. I do get the feeling that we may well get some mobs spawning up here at some point soon. So, shall we fix that potential problem? We'll stick some lights on here. I think we've got some tunnel lights. I don't necessarily think that that's what we'll be using, but certainly for now. Yeah, cool. Alright, perfect. And this can be like a little kind of extra storage unit. Yeah, we'll just stick some boxes and random stuff up here. It kind of separates the shop floor from the warehouse. That's kind of all we wanted there. Yeah, let's just get the mosaic glass in as well. Right, which one was it? I think it was this one. Yeah, that kind of works for us there. Nice. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Maybe above the door also. But not there, that's like not the bathroom area. So maybe, I guess we've used this. Yeah, that's more of a kind of a work area. So at least for now, I think we'll use that there like that. Yeah, and I think this will be accessible to the public, right? But this won't be. We'll put like more secure looking doors, and this kind of entire area will be more for staff, as it were. But actually thinking about it, if that's the case, this could just be solid wall also. Yeah, and this is the public loo, right? Like that. We can have sinks along there, maybe some sinks along there, maybe some seats there. And this is a kind of staff area, you know, where you just have random bits that you need to shove somewhere that's got nowhere else to go. You put them in that corridor there. This is the kind of break room where the staff come in to chill. Shall we stick a ladder in? Yeah, let's clear our inventory out of touch. Busy, busy, busy. Just like that. Okay, cool, man. Yeah, and I was going to make this like a double wall, but I think we'll just have it as a single wall there, man. I think it's a bit more room for shelves here, doesn't it? It'll increase the size of the shop floor a little bit there. Perfect. Yeah, that works. I say we'll put here, we'll probably put a sign on there, you know, WC whatever, and staff only there. That'll work. Yeah, so actually the animals, I wasn't sure, right, because the animals have been in here this whole time, but as soon as we deleted all the grass, they have actually made their way out of here. So yeah, that's good, that's reassuring. So kind of what we wanted. I'm not sure, maybe just that above the door there as well. Yeah. And let's actually have a little look through our inventory, because I think what we'll do while we're here, right, we'll make a little doorway for these external exits here. And I got an idea. We did something similar in the truck, right, where you have those roller doors that roll up. And this block that we've got in our hand, that kind of works quite well for that if you do it right. But I don't want to use the same one that we just used, so let's just see what else we've got. Yeah, perhaps like the dripstone version. Or maybe the granite version. I think purple would be too much. I think that's our little options right there. Now let's have a little look inside the truck, just to remind myself here what we kind of did. Yeah, because we've got those hanging fences. I actually just used bricks there for that. Let's I've already built this truck, really shouldn't be fiddling with it, but I think it would be better. Will these chains stay there if it was more like this? Little change to the truck. This kind of is like a roller thing almost, right? That's where you roll it up into, and that's the gate that's open, it's been rolled up. I think we'll do something similar here. Yeah. I guess it'll come out. Excuse me. To there. Or maybe more like that. Yeah, like, oh, actually, I don't know. Let's have a look. No, I quite like it like that. That's cool. Yeah, that kind of works for us. And I honestly can't remember. We know what chains are, so let's get the chains. We've got chains. I honestly can't remember what the what those other ones were, but I think I know where they are. I think they're down here somewhere. Hopefully. Let's just have a little look here. Yeah, it's not those. These, isn't it? So, yeah, what kind of looks more like a chain door? I guess the dark oak, something that we haven't used much of. Let's try those. So, yeah, let's have a look. Do we want it on that side? Yeah, I think on that side. And I'm not sure why they'd go alternate like that. I quite like it. There's your little chain that you got to pull, right, in order to open it up. Do we want a chain on the bottom there? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so that's like loading, unloading right there, yeah? Although that said, I didn't want to use the grey. I don't want to use one of these blocks. Let's just do this one then, in a different block. I guess it'll be here. And we'll see which we prefer. It'll be here. Yeah, I do think we use these. So easy enough. Okay, nice and simple. Let's have a look at the chains. Yeah, it kind of feels wrong having it in there. I think we need to bring them down. Is this going to do the same thing? No, see, so why on... Okay, so it kind of seems to do it randomly. Look, what's the difference there? Alright. side. Yeah, I prefer it to be the same. Let's see if we can get these to be the same. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Let's do this. There we go. Beautiful. There's our little Rolodex. I wonder if it might just look better if this one's one high like this. Kinda can't almost tell, can you, that it's half rolled down now. That's alright, let's do this again. I mean, does it matter where you place it? Okay, so I think maybe if you place it on the left. No. Alright, it's random it seems. It's random. Fine, we kind of like random. Usually. Does it matter which way you're facing? No. Okay. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there's our Rolodex. I would rather they were like grey, but we haven't got a grey version available, so that'll do us. That's it. Okay, so we've got doors. They're going to be left open, right? So you can just run in and out here. We'll have doors here as well. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe this bit actually isn't all that necessary, huh? Let's have a look. We've raised it up outside, so we would actually have to change this a little bit as well. But I think that's the right thing to do. I think we take this away. All of this away. Just like that. And this. And we've still got the blue with us, so that's pretty cool. So you as well. Yeah, just like that, huh? And let's put you. It's a grind, man, no doubt, but it's worth it. I think that was it. We'll just have to replace our little lights underneath. So what we use these ones here? The old warped square lights. Beautiful. Yeah, do you know, actually I'm thinking, you know, we just discard all this copper altogether. And we get our grey bits in there. And that's it. That's the doorway. Yeah, perfect. Okay, cool. So we just have the copper. I was always undecided about that copper, but I kind of wanted it to stay. It makes sense for me to have it on the edges there, you know, in case any of these vans that come delivering having to knock the side there, nice and protected. Alright, so it's time to do some shelves. We've done the doors. That's kind of done. Those, you know, we can easily stick actual doors in here, can't we? It's really not going to be a problem. We'll do that later. I think the main thing to do now is to get some shelves kind of laid out in here. This is kind of like almost the last thing that we have to scratch our heads over, to be honest, is where the shelves are going to go now, and also the design of the shelves themselves, right? This kind of door is going to be different. We're going to do this one right at the end. It's going to be all fancy, made of glass, and we're going to build a little glass foyer even on the outside as well. So yeah, we'll definitely do that last. I think for now, we've also got a lift shaft and a mezzanine floor to put in, which I was kind of forgetting about. Let's get the lift shaft constructed up to the point where the floor will be. Yeah, I just think one more. And we'll have to have a little staircase, I guess, right, as well. No, maybe not. I mean, maybe you don't need a staircase. We'll see, but we'll definitely have a little mezzanine floor in there.